What is oxygen? Oxygen is a chemical element with the atomic number 8 and the symbol O. When you combine two oxygen atoms together, they form a chemical compound O2, which is an odorless, colorless, reactive gas and the life-supporting component of air. When three oxygen atoms are combined, they form ozone or O3, which plays a role in our stratosphere by blocking the harmful UV radiation from the sun. But what else do we need oxygen for? For living organisms, oxygen is very important. It plays a critical role in respiration, which is the process that allows us to breathe. But where does oxygen come from? Oxygen is commonly and naturally produced through photosynthesis, in which plants use sunlight to convert carbon dioxide to oxygen.
So, why is oxygen important for us humans? Well, basic question, but still. In terms of context, we humans need the air we breathe, and we actually breathe in the oxygen that we need to function in our life. The energy we produce, or rather gain, is not only just from food, but also from oxygen, as it helps with essentially creating more energy also for us. We don't know it, but we are very connected with plants in terms of the cycle. Not only just plants, but especially the trees. Because the trees get the carbon dioxide we produce, and sunlight also, from photosynthesis, and create the oxygen that we need. They produce the air, or rather the oxygen that we breathe in, that we very lovingly breathe in, and they absorb the negatives, which is the carbon dioxide that we produce.
How we impact in this cycle. Due to our constantly breathing, inhaling oxygen, and exhaling carbon dioxide, humans have a direct impact on this cycle. The impact of humans on photosynthesis is straightforward. Humans take in oxygen and expel carbon dioxide. Plants absorb carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. It demonstrates that as a result of increased fossil fuel composition, overgrazing and population growth, current O2 consumption over land is greater than O2 production from the terrestrial ecosystem, disrupting the atmospheric O2 balance and causing decrease in O2 concentration in the atmosphere.
Are humans considered invasive? Why or why not? According to the studies of Sarah Zielinski in an article that she wrote a decade ago, this topic can be broken down into 4 points that discuss whether humans can be considered an invasive species or not. Number 1 is invasive species are considered to be widespread. This has similarities to humans being around the world and in every environment in our planet. But it doesn't mean that we are not native to our own land. Number 2 is that invasive species are non-native. We humans evolved millions of years ago, back in Africa, where we scattered and conquered every land in the world except for Antarctica, which makes us kinda non-native or an invasive species back then, millions of years ago. Number 3 is that invasive species are introduced to a new habitat. Sarah stated that we humans cannot be introduced because we move ourselves and within our new surroundings. Lastly, invasive species creates effects within their new environment. If it's harm or other side effects that could create change within the land. Personally, I think that we are invasive species back then, and we now are just considered native around the world, but we are still creating harm to our own planet.
Activities such as the burning of fossil fuels like coal, natural gas, and oil, as well as having industrial and electrical factories, are all activities that involve emitting carbon dioxide. which is also the greenhouse gas that contributes to climate change. This is because our oxygen molecules get trapped, forcing them to combine with the carbon we emit to form carbon dioxide. Furthermore, deforestation is another human activity where at least 15 billion trees are cut down at a fast rate. This leads to carbon trapped under the soil getting released and further adding to the carbon dioxide in our atmosphere and also adding to the depletion of oxygen. Therefore, having less trees to maintain our oxygen levels and giving us less air for all life on the planet to breathe and a disrupted oxygen cycle. What we can do about this is to reduce deforestation along with planting more trees as well as reducing or stopping activities that release carbon dioxide and to eliminate global air pollution.